Welcome back. I hope all is well. I'm an all virtual therapist, which means I'm always doing video calls all day long. And today I want to share with you 5 odd objects that help me improve the quality of my video calls immensely. Now, why do I call these objects odd? Well, it's because all of the things I'm going to mention are not the traditional things you might think of. However, they really help improve the quality of your video calls. And the first one is actually going to be a light. Now, it's not the light you might be thinking about. It is actually this light right here. This is an under-the-counter magnetic light made by a company called Ahsoka. Let me actually turn off my main light so you can see this a bit better. What makes this light so great for virtual sessions is how versatile it is and how bright it is. So let me show you what I'm talking about. This light right here has 2 magnets on the back, which allows you to stick it anywhere you want. I've been able to use this as a reading light, as a light to illuminate my keyboard, just like this. You can even use this as a light to light your face during virtual sessions. Let me show you. So I'm gonna completely turn off my light right here that I use, and I'm gonna only use this to light my face, and you can see how good it actually looks. So here we are. I am holding out the Ahsoka light right in front of me. It is on minimal brightness, and I'm gonna go ahead and turn it up all the way. So this is just using, I'm holding it up right in front of me. This is just using this Ahsoka light. So this would tremendously improve the quality of your video sessions. I can even bring it closer, it'll get brighter. I mean, and you can turn it down if you want. You can turn it up, you can change the color temperature. So you can change it to make it look different. I mean, this light is truly incredible. I actually have another one sitting right back there, illuminating this backdrop. It's leaning up against something and lighting up a pot of flowers, which I think looks really cool. It also comes with metal circles that you can tape to your walls to make surfaces that are not magnetic. It also has a motion sensor on it, so if you do use it as like a reading light or something like that, it's actually made to track motion so that you don't have to worry about turning it on or off. The light is also rechargeable by USB-C, so there's no needing to change batteries or anything like that. This light, I would highly recommend it. And who would find this looking for lights to improve virtual sessions? You never would. So these under cabinet lights will really help improve the quality of your video calls, video sessions tremendously. I'll actually leave a link down below where you can pick these up for yourself. The next odd object that I use that has really helped improve the quality of my virtual sessions is actually these 1/4 inch to 3/8 inch adapters. These are adapters that allow you to interchange camera components and microphone and tripod heads and things like that. Let me explain for a second. So on the bottom of most cameras, you're gonna find a screw. This is actually called a 1/4 20. Why did I say it that way? It's called a 1/4 20. And that allows you to put your camera on top of tripods. It allows you to put plates underneath it. 3/8 inch are gonna be the screws that are on the bottom of most microphone arms, microphones, ball heads, and things like that. So the problem is because there's 1/4 inch and 3/8 inch screws, it's really hard to interchange parts. So I can take my camera and put it on a tripod, but I can't take that microphone and put it on a tripod because the 2 screws are different. However, when you purchase an adapter like this, the 1/4 inch to 3/8 or 3/8 to 1/4 inch, they go both ways. So then what I'm able to do is take my microphone and put the adapter on it. And now this has a 1/4 20 on the bottom, which allows me to use it with tripods and all sorts of things. It makes everything much more compatible. You're gonna wanna pick up these adapters. I promise it's really gonna help elevate your virtual sessions. And speaking of these adapters, the third odd object is this monitor arm. Now you might be thinking, why is a monitor arm an odd object? Well, it's odd because I don't use it for the monitor. I actually use it to mount my camera to. Recently, I made a video about my desk setup, and you can see in that video that I have one monitor stand that hooks up my monitor and also has my camera attached to it. And the way I attached my camera to it was by using the monitor arm, which has a 1/4 inch screw, putting one of the adapters I just talked about on top of it, putting my ball head on top of the adapter, which then allowed me to obviously put my camera on top of my ball head, which is how it was originally designed. So now hanging off my one monitor stand is my monitor and my big mirrorless camera. This allows me to have my entire setup condensed into one stand. It's super convenient. So I come into work, I turn on my camera, turn on my computer, and I'm ready to go. This is another odd object that I promise will elevate your video calls as well. Another odd object that has really helped elevate my video calls has been what's called a dummy battery. And this dummy battery actually allows you to supply constant power to a mirrorless or DSLR camera. So I'm currently using the Sony a7 III, and it takes batteries. Even if you have it plugged into the wall and you're filming or using it for video calls, the wall charge cannot supply enough power to the camera by itself to keep the camera and the battery running. So although plugging it into a wall will prolong the use, it will eventually die. However, the dummy battery allows you to replace the actual battery with a fake battery, and that's why it's called a dummy battery. So it looks just like this. It looks like the battery, but this is actually a hollow piece of plastic that has the battery connectors on it. And so you'll put this where the battery usually goes, and then it allows you to hook the other end into an outlet on the wall, and this will allow you to supply constant power to your big camera. I don't know about you, but I've been in video calls before and my camera just dies, and then I have to scramble to find another camera or to turn on my laptop camera. It really is a pain. So getting a dummy battery is going to help solve that problem. There's tons of them on Amazon. They all pretty much do the same thing. And the fifth odd object that has really helped my video calls has been this right here. This is called a capture card. And I talked about this in a recent video, but simply put, a capture card allows you to take an HDMI signal and put it into your computer. So for example, my camera, the Sony a7 III right here, and most newer cameras are gonna have an HDMI output. So then what you would do is hook up an HDMI cable to your camera, plug it into this, which you then plug into your computer, and that allows you to take that camera signal and input it into the computer, which then allows you to use it for things like Zoom and virtual calls and all that kind of thing. So then you take this high quality camera and now you use it as your webcam. Historically, these capture cards were quite expensive. I think a really popular one is called the Elgato Capture Cam. No, the Elgato Cam Link, something like that. It has really good reviews, but it's like $120, $130, something like that. This is actually a knockoff from Amazon. It cost me $20, and it works really well. This one right here will be enough for most people. I've been using it now for a month or so, and so far, no issues, especially for $20. So that capture card right there is really cool. A really easy and cheap way to take your high quality camera and turn it into a webcam. Anyway, these are things that I use almost every single day that have really improved the quality of my video calls. Whether you're a content creator, a virtual therapist, or you're just doing virtual sessions or virtual calls in some capacity, I think these objects would be really, really helpful for you. I hope this video was helpful for you. I hope you learned something. And until next time, I look forward to seeing you soon.